They put on an air show as the sun went down over Tahrir Square on the first full day of military control. It was a celebration of a takeover that went so smoothly that some Egyptians believe the generals must have started working on the details not long after the